And guys, what is happening once again? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for my second live review of the night. Again, this might be my last one. Again, looks like I'm probably going to wait till tomorrow. I'll watch NXT after I do this review, but I'll probably review it tomorrow morning. Again, I do apologize. These reviews are coming late tonight again with the holiday. I had other things going on. I didn't realize that, again, that NXT UK had 2 shows that aired this week. So that's because that I waiting to review NXT on tomorrow. But anyway, so we're going to talk about 205 Live here tonight as well. I'm going to watch NXT and I'll review that tomorrow morning. This episode of 205 Live was not bad. Again, I did a little bit better than last week's episode. Again, last week's episode wasn't bad. Like the Mike Kanellis and Lindsay Dorado match was okay. And as I said, also the Falls Count Anywhere match was all right, but it wasn't quite as good as I had hoped it would be. It disappointed me just a little bit. But not a bad episode this week. We had 3 matches. We had the first squash match. We had another match to further storyline was going on with Gallaher, Gulak, and Kendrick. And we had a pretty good main event match, I thought, between Tony Nese and Mustafa Ali. I thought it was great. And also we have some stuff going on with Cedric Alexander as well. So without further ado, let's get right into this review and see what we got. Of course, this week's episode took place in Atlanta, Georgia, same place as SmackDown Live on Tuesday night. So let's get right into this. General Manager Drake Maverick putting last week's Falls Count Anywhere match over in a video package, but saying that he expects tonight's show to surpass it. He runs down the match we'll get tonight, and we got into our first match, which was the Brian Kendrick versus Gentleman Jack Gallaher. Of course, on commentary with the usuals was Drew Gulak, again, just putting over how the fact that Kendrick needs to show more mercy, show no mercy and whatnot in the ring, and instead of being softening up like he has lately and whatnot. Again, the match between them wasn't too bad. Again, I'm still not too crazy about Kendrick being the babyface. Again, I feel Gallaher is more meant to be a babyface than Kendrick. I mean, again, they're trying to change it up here, get something different to the table since Gallaher was babyface before, but I feel like that's what the role he fits more. The match was not too bad again. Again, it was physical though one part at certain points in the match as well. Towards the end of the match though, Gulak got from commentary trying to distract Kendrick. It looked like it was about to work, but then out of nowhere came Akira Tozawa, who took out Drew Gulak, and based off the distraction, he was able to hit Kendrick was able to hit sliced bread number 2 on Jack Gallaher for the victory. And once again, as I said, also what was weird too about this heel turn was the fact that when Kendrick came back from his injury, his minor injury he had that apparently Akira Tozawa gave to him, he won his match. Gallaher has been losing most of his matches lately. It was just weird to me that they would kick out Kendrick, who'd been winning, and Gallaher, who had been losing once again. But thanks to the help from Tozawa, Kendrick was able to hit sliced bread number 2 to defeat Gentleman Jack Gallaher. So it looks like, again, I know someone mentioned in the comment section from my turn alert from Kendrick's face turn that, remember they did have that storyline going on, even though 205 wasn't as good at the time, where Kendrick was trying to make Gallaher just try to be like his teacher or whatnot, like being an alliance. So maybe they'll go back and exploring that as Tozawa could be teaming up with Kendrick here. And we'll probably see like a tag team match in the next couple of weeks with Tozawa and Kendrick taking on Gallaher and Gulak. But we'll see what happens in the upcoming weeks, definitely. So we got that match to start off. We have Drake Maverick backstage, who calls in Cedric Alexander, who feels he owes him an explanation. Cedric says he's surprised that after 181 days as champion, he's not getting his rematch. And Drake says he'll get it when he's ready. He's got to prepare the best, most competitive title matches, but Alexander's on a 3-match losing streak. So it would be unfair to anyone, including Cedric, to give him his shot now. Alexander says he gets it. He's got no excuses, but he's going to get back on track. And when he does, he wants his rematch. They shake on it, and they go they go to a house sad for tonight's NXT featuring Matt Riddle's debut, which I'll be catching soon as well. Which, I mean, I know, did Dakota come in on the live chat? Let's see here. He did not. He didn't mention anything on here but I know Dakota mentioned he's not a fan of what they're doing with Alexander, which, I would be interested in hearing your thoughts on that, which, again, welcome opinions. But my thing is, this is starting to remind me of what Robbie pitched on a video several months ago for an eventual match with Alexander and Triple H. Hallion, he loses the title and then he goes on this losing streak and he's losing track of, where he is and what's going on with him. And then eventually gets on a win streak again, but eventually, he wants to, again, put over Alexander as his bigger star. So he wants him to face Triple H, to put all the marbles on the line. It's your game on, game over. So does this kind of remind me of that? So I'm not sure what type of storyline are going to go on, but it has me intrigued as to where this will go. I mean, they've had Alexander compete in matches with Tony Nese in a fatal 5-way, and then what was I can't remember the last match he competed in. But basically, I'm sorry. What am I saying? That was the only 2 matches he's been in. The third match was the Cruiserweight title match at Australia. So obviously, he's not back in the right head, and Maverick cares about, having the best talent compete, but he doesn't think, Alexander right now is in the right head. I mean, yeah, he was on title for 181 days. It's weird that all people but him would be, thrown off of this loss. I mean, he had a good match. He just came up a little bit short, pretty much. But we'll see where this goes. I'm not sure if it's going to lead to a heel turn, or, as I keep saying, put him on SmackDown, have him feud Shinsuke Nakamura over the U.S. title. Please. Please. I'd love to see it. Please. Put the Ortiz in the title. I'm begging you guys. Who knows? We'll see what goes down with it. Let me see here. But then we have Gran Metalik in a picture promo calling out TJP as a coward and challenging him to a match, of course. But TJP refused to be in a match. He felt that he had already proved himself against Gran Metalik when he beat him in the Cruiserweight Classic finals. So Gran Metalik took on some random jobber and he wins with a Gran Naniwa style rope walk elbow drop. He beats him with it. Was just a squash match. But afterwards, TJP came running into the ring and yanks off his mask before he left to the crowd. So TJP has unmasked all 3 members of the Lucha House Party at this point. We see Buddy Murphy backstage being interviewed, asking about a meeting he just had with Drake Maverick. He says next week they're going to be in Manchester, and he requested a match against one of their bests, and that is going to be Mark Andrews, and he's going to annihilate him. And then he was asked what happened if Tony Nese wins tonight, and he just dodges that question. We see Mustafa Ali getting taped up from the effects from the match against Hideo Itami last week in the Falls Count Anywhere match. Then we see Mike and Maria Kanellis being interviewed, but then Maria takes the microphone, tells the interviewer to leave, and asks simpler questions to her husband about how it feels to be the greatest. And then TJP bumps into them. Maria complains that he's interrupting, but TJP says his life isn't fair, and TJ offers to show him the ropes and welcome him to 205 Live, at which point Maria says she knows he's here to ask for help with Lucha House Party since they've had their issues with him as well. And Perkins admits that's why he's here. So she offers to talk business, and they head off together. So obviously, well, even though Lucha House Party has 3 members, so far there's just 2 of them, well, 3 counting Maria. So I'm sure we're going to see a tag match soon with Mike Kanellis and TJP taking on members of the Lucha House Party. Which, again, last week's match with Mike Kanellis and Lindsay Dorado didn't impress me too much, but maybe when he gets up against more, like the stronger members of Lucha House Party, let's see what he can bring to the table when he faces them. And then finally we get our main event. It was a number 1 contenders match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Mustafa Ali taking on Tony Nese. Obviously, Tony Nese had racked up victories pinning Cedric Alexander in the match following Super Showdown, and also in that fatal 5-way match. And then, of course, Mustafa Ali defeated Hideo Itami to end their feud with the Falls Count Anywhere match last week. So that's what got him this opportunity, as well as, of course, Ali's been billed as the heart of 205 Live, and obviously one of the ones who were in line for a cruiserweight championship shot. So the match happens, and again, I've been really enjoying. Again, I was saying for a long time how much I really felt Tony Nese was being underutilized, and he wasn't getting much. Still, I felt even after Triple H took over 205 Live. Of course, he got involved in the match, the hard hitting match that kind of more so caught my eyes a little more for Drew Gulak when they had the both of them square off at the beginning of the Cruiserweight Championship tournament. And then he had that match with Johnny Gargano on NXT, which I thought was freaking awesome. That was probably one of Nese's best matches. And then he had a great match with Cedric Alexander. He was great in the Fatal 5-Way. And now we have him being in this match with Mustafa Ali that never fails to put on a great match. A lot of back and forth action as well. The physical side of him, of course, Nese taking advantage of the fact that Ali is banged up in the match. He has fallaway slams on him as well. Military press drops. We have Ali rolling through with a sunset flip and a sit-out power bomb into Gurries. We see nice looking tornado DDT on the floor, but then put Nese away. Avalanche Fireman's carry. And then the match ended whenever he was first just kicking the crap out of Ali in the ribs. But then afterwards, Tony rips off the tape, hammering him in the ribs again. But then it was knees on knees. But then double leg takedown into a jackknife cover from Ali to pin Tony Nese to get the win and become the #1 contender for the Cruiserweight Championship. After the match, Cedric Alexander runs down to make sure that Tony Nese is not going to continue any type of a post-match attack or anything. It looked like at first that they were going to tease the heel turn from Cedric Alexander, maybe some jealousy or some frustration based off of what was going on with him recently. But he helped up Ali, but he pretty much put him over, saying that you're one win away, you deserve this. But once again, it looked like he was going to tease like a lumbar check, but then he just raised his hand and gave him a hug. Buddy Murphy makes his entrance, and he stares down his new challenger, which he's very familiar with. They've had three really good matches in their feud earlier this year that got Buddy Murphy into the Cruiserweight title picture as well. So I look forward to seeing what a fourth match has between them. Again, their no DQ match they had earlier this year is one of the best Cruiserweight matches, I feel, by far all year. And I feel like that match in particular was what made me a huge fan of Buddy Murphy. So I look forward to whenever this match happens, maybe at Survivor Series. I don't think it's happening at Crown Jewel, but maybe we'll see what happens at Survivor Series. I'm sure we're going to get a match there since it's a big 4, big 5 pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it now. But that's how we go off the air for 205 Live. Overall, not a bad show. Giving it a B. I gave it a B for, decent opener. Stuff with TJP and Lucha House Party with Mike Kanellis was all right. And that main event match again was awesome again. I've been really appreciating how much Tony Nese has improved recently, especially since Buddy Murphy has won the Cruiserweight Championship and Tony Nese is like getting up to Murphy's level as well. So I look forward to seeing, what happens with Murphy and Ali in weeks to come. And that's the show. Apparently, it was leaked that Styles is retaining and Strowman is beating Lesnar in a squash match. That's cool with me. Lauren, I'm not too sure. I mean, Lauren doesn't really watch any of the Wednesday night shows. Do you think Alexander could turn heel? It's possible. Alexander for sure is definitely still the face of 205 Live, no doubt about it. But of course, I feel it is time to give him other opportunities as well besides 205 Live. I mean, are you going to have this do nothing on 205 Live when he's not in a championship feud? Again, he can stay on 205 Live, but maybe go to SmackDown, feud for the U.S. title with Nakamura to give some life back into that title. Team Skyway 206, should Fox air NXT on its network next year? I heard rumors it was, so it would be awesome. They're doing away with they're going away with the brand split. Really? And then he said, should WWE rebook the LWO? What's LWO? to get more names on SmackDown where it'll get more attention, being on a bigger channel, and it will be the flagship show starting next October, which it should because Raw sucks. Is she on the special streams? Yes. I talked to her some. What about Mysterio versus Alexander? That'd be an awesome match as well. He meant NWO. Okay. Maybe they could rebook the NWO. Not sure, but they go for it. Yeah. But again, to be for 205 Live this week. Don't mean to cut guys off short here, but I want to catch NXT and then go to bed because I have work to do tomorrow as well. But thank you again to Dakota and Team Skyway for joining me for both of my live reviews tonight. Again, I will review NXT in the morning. I'll watch it before I go to sleep. But after that, I'm not going to be able to review it tonight. So I'll review NXT first thing tomorrow when I get up before I do my regular work. So once again, guys, Radio 205 Live. Your thoughts down in the comment section below. Just click by like and subscribe or come to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93. And also, I released my my schedule on Twitter for what streams I'm going to be doing for the month of November. There's 5 of them. Tomorrow I will be doing my special stream on my top 10 mid-card champions, which is my top 10 IC title runs and my top 10 US title runs. So that will be tomorrow, guys. So guys, thank you again for joining in live for both my streams. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Once again, happy Halloween, and of course happy November. As we're getting close to the end of 2018 already. Hard to believe. Thank goodness. I use a fresh start though. But guys, thanks again for joining me again live twice tonight. I'll see you guys all tomorrow morning for my NXT review. So peace out, everybody.